There's a look at downtown Los Angeles. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now here's DiVincenzo. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And he gets it to go. And here is Los Angeles now. 4-point game. Outside, George. Beverly against Antetokounmpo. Batum passes to George. Good D by Lopez.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And the dunk by Giannis.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's George. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Giannis kicks to Holiday. Back to Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Giannis has got 6 points.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Down low, it's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Stolen by George. Batum with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Goes up. Misses the slam off the fast break. Bucks have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Leonard looking around. That shot is off. Great D that time from Middleton. Here's Giannis. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers trail by 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Patrick Beverly is the kind of competitor every team wants. Gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Middleton. Lays it up and banks it in.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Beverly against Holiday. Here's George. Misses in close.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Here's George. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Misses the 3.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Now Batum following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo from deep.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Holiday. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Great speed and tricks on the drive. Holiday excels at putting defenses in those compromising positions.
Clippers trail by 3. Man passes to Kennard. Left side, Ibaka. Inside, Man. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Middleton. 3-second difference between shot clock and game time. And the dunk by Giannis.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Holiday against Jackson. Missed inside. Giannis high post. He's got 10. Here's Man. Here's Kennard. No good with the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Man in at the 3 spot.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Nwora to the right side. Outside Teague to the middle. Here's Portis. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 7.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
Now here's Teague. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's Portis, high post. Just 5 to shoot. The fadeaway. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Bucks leading by 5. Morris with the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots, that's pretty.
Forbes the pass to Portis. And the layup's good off the glass. Portis has got 4 this quarter. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Here's Teague, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Forbes the pass to Portis, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Jackson against Holiday. Jackson dishes to Morris. There's the pass to Kennard. Great D that time from Portis. Milwaukee leading by 7. Here's Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Outside Holiday. 1:49 left in the first half. Got a piece of it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Bucks with possession here. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. They get it back. Kicks it down to Middleton, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. 1:36 left to play in the first half. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. 6 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Leonard. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Holiday against George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. George double teamed on the wing, Batum. The three-pointer no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. Connaughton's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
And it really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He gets it in there.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverley finding a driving lane and finishing.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping him.
And so it's Milwaukee sitting with a comfortable lead up by. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points, 6. And that's...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but, boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. Now here is Holiday. Dishes to Giannis. Leonard against Middleton. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Beverly. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Middleton against Leonard. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Here's Lopez. Middleton right side. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Leonard attacking. Yep, it counts. Leonard's got his first basket of the night.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Holiday with it. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Off target from outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Holiday. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
To the paint. Here's Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 11. And here's Beverly. 8 points for him. Leonard inside, defended by Middleton.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Holiday looking over the floor. Middleton outside. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Out to the right wing. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 5 now.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
And Beverly kicks to George. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Pass to Giannis. And foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Holiday. The Clippers getting the bucket. Kick out to Giannis. Middleton on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Leonard with no one around. And the 3 off target. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Giannis has got 20.
And how about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Batum attacking. Beverly finds Leonard. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in control with the night. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got Ibaka. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Bucks. The drive by Jackson. No good on that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way. The 3 ball. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 12. And Morris throws it down.
Mr. Morris leaves no doubt.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's DiVincenzo.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Giannis. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
It's Jackson with the drive. Banked in off the glass.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. No good that time. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Mann out to Morris. Kennard against DiVincenzo. Kennard's shot is off. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Holiday with the 3. They get the rebound, but they recover it. Stolen by Jackson. 3 on 3. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there. 1:51
left in the 4th quarter. Jackson against Holiday. Kicks to Giannis. Back to Holiday. Lets the three fly. Rebound by the Clippers. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Mann. Throws down the breakaway jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Holiday against Jackson. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. To the inside. Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Holiday. Giannis kicks to Middleton. Latrey. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And good, aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Now here is Holiday. And to the Kumbo inside. He's against Morris. Giannis kicks to Lopez. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Giannis. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Holiday has it in the corner. Sinks the triple.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. So the net starting five. They've got Harris down out there with Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Zubats in at the center. Now here's Durant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. In these teams, both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking, do you think it's getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defenses?
I think there's technology, Kevin, that still needs to come along in order for some of the analytics guys to really truly assess positional defenders and where some of their arms and legs are. That will really help them define how these defenses are impacting some of the offenses and the way they play.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the basket by Los Angeles. Harden has a wide open look. Batum grabs the miss.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul. Outside for Batum. Outside Leonard. Poke loose. Stolen by Harden. 3-on-3. Here's KD. And good that time. KD's got 5 points so far.
How about those long strides, Durant quick in the open court and then right to the rim.
Here's George. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverley rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverley is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. On the way, Harris. KD looking around. Harris. And staying with the play, Harris.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Beverley.
Well, Patrick Beverley is going to come at you every night. Just an inspiring player that way. And daring the defense to get physical with him on that play.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Nets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Harden kicks to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
No better way to fire up your teammates. Durant showing good athleticism on the monster jam.
Beverley, the pass to George. Count it.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Harden. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Here's Kennard. Up top, Ibaka. Back to Kennard. And that one is stuffed right through.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here is Harden. Durant down low. He's against Morris. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. There's Jackson with the three. Kennard kicks to Ibaka. In the corner, it's Morris. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got his second basket of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Green finds Dinwiddie. Now here's Griffin. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
Wow, Blake Griffin giving you all the highlights right here. His jams igniting both the crowd and his teammates.
Jackson dishes to Ibaka. Brooklyn with the rebound. 29 seconds left to play in the first. On its way from Irving for two. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
A steal. And there's the pass to Claxton. Irving against Kennard. With 4 seconds on the clock, that one wide left.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And they're scoring pretty well as we can. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin. Green is out there with Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Nice mid-range, Jay. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Kennard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Kyrie Irving has a sweet-looking stroke right there. Fantastic at getting his feet underneath him that time.
And here's Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Kennard against Irving. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving.
Yeah, when your point guard is Kyrie Irving and he decides to mix it up on the inside, that helps out your ball club.
The Nets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. The drive by Jackson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
The Nets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. George against Irving. And it's off from three-point range.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. 11 feet away. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Leonard attacking, makes it off the glass. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Irving with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Pulls up on the wing, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Back to Dinwiddie. The kick out to Irving. Dinwiddie against Jackson. Dinwiddie's shot is off for Los Angeles. They've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 15 from deep. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. George, no good. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Irving against George. Irving drives in, and another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Jackson down low. Dinwiddie covering. Dinwiddie with some nice D. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Griffin slams it in.
Yeah, check out the hops on Blake Griffin. Just one of those lethal alley-oop threats in the NBA.
Here's Jackson. Good D by Irving. What a performance for Cut. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end. And that's...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Brown. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Clock at 6. Brown drives in. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Brown. Harden left side. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Here's George. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
One-on-one here. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Leonard.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Harris looking it over. Brown outside. Inside. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Well, Jordan's such a great dunker. Some of the jams he has are completely jaw-dropping.
Here's Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Leonard missing. Nets leading by 6. Harden with it. George picks him up. Harden the pass to Harris. He dishes it to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
And here's the best way to get an earful from your coach. Give Kevin Durant that kind of path to the basket. Wow, discussion to follow.
Now here's Beverley. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Harden left side. Outside, KD. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now here's Jackson. 7 points in the game. Great D that time from Griffin.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Great positioning on the putback. Griffin's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Jackson. Count it. Good. Jackson's got 9 points.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Now here's Griffin. He has 6. Outside Irving. Offline with his 3. The Clippers shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the 3rd quarter. The putback, offensive rebound. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Kennard. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. That one drops for him. Irving's got 19 points.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. They've got Kyrie Irving. Green is out there with Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. A shot's good from Irving.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Jackson down low. Dinwiddie covering. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Green. And James Harden subbed in for Dinwiddie. Irving passes to Harris. Harden outside. Down low. Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And a wide open look for Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Jackson gets the bucket.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. Now here's Jordan, defended by Ibaka, and the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got his first points in this one.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Jackson against Harden. Passes it to Harris. Here's KD. From deep 3-point range, Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Pass to Irving. In the corner, Harden. Back to Irving. On the wing, Harden. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Here's KD. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Well, Kevin Durant not only feels like he can score from everywhere, he does. So when he's that close, just count it.
Leonard, that's for 2. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor. And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. 1:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Now Irving from the high post. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Durant with the steal.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nets.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kyrie Irving.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Jordan high post. Dishes it to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harris. Off target at the rim. So it's the Nets picking up the win. This was a David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. And
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. A shot by Batum, no good. Powell with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Here's Lillard. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
George looking around, inside, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
McCollum against George. McCollum passes to Powell. Passes it to Nurkic. Good, nice job down low.
Well, no doubt, Nurkic knows how to get it done inside. I mean, using all of his height to find the shot.
Lillard against Beverley. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Nurkic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Leonard. Doesn't go for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. A 3 from McCollum. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Leonard finds Beverley. Puts one up from 19. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Well, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
And the basket by McCollum.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And so here's Portland. The Clippers getting the bucket. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Good luck at trying to guard Lillard. When he's involved in the pick and roll, he enjoys shredding the D in his passing.
There's 1:54 left here in the opening quarter. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Not going to go that time. Clippers trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Covington sends it back. Here's Powell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
59 seconds left to play here in the first. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game. And And the first one at the line is good.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Simons. It's blocked. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And Jones sends it back. Anthony, the pass. Oh, he delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Jones, no one around him. That three off the mark. And George, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, when Batum spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
And here's Anthony for three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So at the end of one quarter of play, still. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Jones. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the point. Here's Simons following the score by Reggie Jackson. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Just 5 to shoot. Simons, the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Well, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on this team.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Here's Anthony. And with the rebound.
And Simons a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Here's Simons after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Jackson looking around. There's Hollis-Jefferson.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Portland shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Outside Jackson. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Jared Jones. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. A different look now for Portland. Now, here's Zubac. Here's George. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Trailblazers leading by 3. Count that bucket.
With the quick, accurate release, McCollum thrives on catch-and-shoot opportunities.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And George kicks to Batum. Leonard attacking, and the pass to Zubac, and he makes that one. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Paul George making his last shot. .59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. George against McCollum. A nice shot by George.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
McCollum dishes to Covington. Back to McCollum. There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. And Covington sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Zubac the pass to George. Back to Zubac. Outside for George. 4 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Lillard with it. And that one is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the small forward position. Here's Lillard. After the Clippers pick up 2. Pass to Nurkic. Here is Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
The D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
Outside Jackson. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. An easy 2 points on the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
Got that one up quick. Lillard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Jackson kicks to Ibaka. The shot's good.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Now Lillard. He has 7. Yes! And the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
And you're a dad and a proud one at that.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Portland making a change here. Simons is checked in. And there's the call on Jones. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to man. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Ibaka. And the basket is good. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Simons surveying the D. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's Simons. He's got 7. Anthony on the wing. 1:44 left here in the third quarter. And that one, good. Hollis-Jefferson's got 8 points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
If you do not appreciate the athleticism of Jackson, he can punish the D.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. Lobs it up for Cantor. That shot, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Now here's Jackson. 8 points for him. He kicks it to Leonard. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And now a 3-point Clipper lead.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. Outside Anthony. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Hollis-Jefferson can't hit.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup it and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard outside. Trains the three-pointer. Lillard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Trailblazers.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Here's Beverly, banked in off the glass. Beverly's got 6 points.
Well, that's what they want to see out of Beverly. Decisive basketball. Nice, aggressive drive to the cup.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Clippers ahead. They're up. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Portland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9 on the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Robert Covington picks one up.
And guys, George puts pressure on an opponent at both ends of the court. Lockdown D at one, aggressive to get his own at the other.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
And he gets it back. They get it back. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Mann. And George with the stuff.
And I like the anticipation of George on the glass there. A veteran sense of where the miss is going.
That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Covington against Batum. Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, he's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without foul.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Left side, George. Zubac's the best of man. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And he lays in the alley-oop.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, that is because Batum is one of the most versatile players in the league. His ability to score from any spot, pass, rebound, and defend, that's what makes him so unique and important.
Here's George. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 8. Oh, Covington in position. Nurkic against George. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
They get it again. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Back to George. For 3. Zubac kicks to George. On the wing, Batum. 5 on the clock. Back to George. Shoots over Covington. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside, George. Batum finds Zubac. George with no one around. Drops in the tray. George has got 12 points in just the second half. Lillard from outside. Drills it from outside.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets them quick.
Beverly with the ball. Dishes to George. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Covington. And a wide open look for McCollum. They get it back.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip in.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Beverly dishes to George. 52 seconds left in the game. Pass to Zubac. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Hits the three-point bomb.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
The way he's firing from 3 today, they ought to keep riding.
George against McCollum. 6 to shoot. George passes to Zubac. And George, here we go. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough.
And here's Beverly. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at center. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Middleton can't get it to go. Here's Los Angeles now. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the shot goes down. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition, times it perfectly, and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Now here's Giannis. Giannis is double. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's DiVincenzo. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Another shot. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's Middleton penetrating.
And the quickness of Middleton on the drive is really remarkable. I mean, he gets to the bucket so fast.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Clock at 6. And here is Zubac. Good D by Lopez.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on the shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block it.
Now, here's Zubac. Poked away. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Lopez left side. Plenty of space. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
And George kicks to Zubac. To the middle. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's DiVincenzo. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Now, here is George. Buries it from about 10 feet away. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Now here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Over to the left wing. Lopez dishes to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Beverly finds Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 5 to shoot. Ibaka, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Holiday with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Leonard. 6 points for him. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's Leonard, and the rejection by Giannis. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Out to Morris. Out to the right wing. Man. No good from outside. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Forbes. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
They get a hand on it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here are the Clippers. Here's Cousins, lays it up and banks it in.
Hey, DeMarcus Cousins is really an effective guy inside. Give him the ball.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got the lead back up to 6 now for Milwaukee.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Jackson drives in. Rebounded by Tucker.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Forbes kicks to Teague. Tucker the pass to Teague. Here's Connaughton. Passes to Portis. Shoots over Cousins. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Milwaukee leading by 6. Teague the pass to Tucker to the left wing. Here's Connaughton. And with the rebound. Rob. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. Here's Connaughton. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Here's Kennard. That shot off. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Out to the wing. The kick out to Teague. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Morris, and the layup is good. Morris has got his first basket.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Teague dishes to Forbes. Pass to Portis. Over Kennard. Portis kicks to Connaughton. And Teague has it in the corner. Clock at 4. Goes back up. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside Leonard. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
To the inside, and to Kumbo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got assist number 5 here tonight. George against DiVincenzo. Zubac trying to break loose, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut back down to 6. They get the basket from Paul George. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. No good with the triple. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo from outside off the mark. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Holiday with the 3, but they get it back. And that's it for the first half of action. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 11 points, 2... And that'll do.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Ibaka, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. George dishes to Leonard. That's tipped. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Zubac no good. Bucks leading by 4. Holiday with the 3. That shot off the mark. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Chris Middleton.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
And George has learned a lot, and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Beverly against Holiday. Kicks it to Lopez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And credit the defense. It takes some guts to step in front of him when he's going full tilt to the rack.
And both free throws good for Lopez.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
George against DiVincenzo. Here's Ibaka. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo. I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
Clippers trail by 4. And George, here we go. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
The shot's good from Lopez.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And here is DiVincenzo. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. Ibaka comes with the double team. Inside. Giannis passes to Lopez. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. The shot by Holiday, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Jackson. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Lopez kicks to Middleton. This one for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
Boy, I like seeing Middleton stroke it from downtown. That release of his, pure as white-driven snow.
Here's Jackson. Good D by Lopez. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Lopez passes to Holiday. The kick out to Lopez. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Offline with the baseline jumper.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Bucks leading by 7.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Middleton finds DiVincenzo. No good off the back of the rim. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Middleton.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And the rejection by Giannis. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his third assist on the night. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Giannis outside. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Man passes to Morris. That one good for 2.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. For 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. DiVincenzo finds Middleton. Lopez right side. And again, the Bucks miss. Clippers trail by 6. Passes it to Cousins. The rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Antetokounmpo. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Bucks lead by 9.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
From deep, Antetokounmpo. Great positioning on the putback. Holiday's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Teague feeling it out a bit. The dish now to Tucker. Over Ibaka. Tucker can't get it to go.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander.
Max Force throwdown.
Tucker with the ball, and Connaughton has it in the corner. The kick out to Teague. Good on the three-point shot.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Bucks.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And Tucker has it in the corner. He kicks to Teague. Back to Tucker. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Zubac and stolen by Portis. Tucker the pass to Teague. The Bucks working the ball around. Back to Tucker. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Puts it up from 15. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Five seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Well, Kevin and... Thanks, David. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass, so it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, we've got Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Brown in at shooting guard.
Few players, if any, hit for a higher percentage inside. Jordan playing to his strengths.
Leonard attacking. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And here's Harden for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And he gets the bucket.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And the reach. Oh! Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Beverly against Harden, and that one's good. Beverly. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Harden finds Jordan. Now Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Cousins with it. He's picked up by KD. Outside, George. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Here's George. He's covered by Brown. Passes it to Zubac. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. The offensive rebound. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Now the pass to Brown. He kicks to Harden. Unable to get that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. That one goes. Count it.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Shoots from the right block. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Beverly looking around. He dishes it to George. Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Here's Brown. Second chance shot. Harden, no good.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
It's good. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harden the pass to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Most of DeAndre's field goals are dunks. Exceptional at getting great position down inside.
Harden against Beverly. And it's sent back by KD. And they get it back. And he comes up with the deuce. Nets trail by 6. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Jordan. Here is Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Now Leonard. He's got 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on James Harden. The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down. We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Irving for three. Oh, my goodness!
Big time shot.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Irving. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the center. Here's Jackson, and he converts the layup.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Outside Griffin. To the wing on the left. Here's Dinwiddie. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Kennard. Uncovered. Ibaka. And Ibaka is right there.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Outside Irving. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Mann. Outside for Jackson. The pass to Mann. On the wing, Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Mann. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Mann's got his first points of the night. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Ibaka. Here's Mann. It's hauled in by Claxton. Here's Irving. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
The nasty handle of Kyrie uses it to get anywhere he wants.
Jackson passes to Morris. Outside Jackson. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Dinwiddie with it. Dishes it to Irving. Irving double team. Here's Claxton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Dinwiddie outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. 35 seconds left here in the second. And here's George. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down low, here's Zubats. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
George against Irving. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Low block shot him. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Was it?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, the story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 8. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Zubats in at the center position.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers.
Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what a play?
Unbelievable.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Here's Leonard. Count the basket and the foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Beverley, and he lays it straight in. Beverley's got 6.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Harden against Beverley. Harden the pass to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
George looking over the floor. Jordan knocks it away.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
That one goes in.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Harris passes to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Aggressive move by KD. It gives this team a different attitude when he's attacking the rim.
Now Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Brown the pass to Harden. To the paint. Here's Jordan. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Here's Jackson. Good work defensively by Harden.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And Harden with the stuff.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Despite his size, Kyrie taking it up hard in the painted area.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. On the wing, George. Here's Zubats. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Irving. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. Feeds it to Griffin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
When you put a smaller player on Blake, he has the ability to drive it, draw contact, and get to the free throw line.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Dinwiddie. 6 points for him. Passes it to Claxton. Just 5 to shoot. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Here's Claxton. Another shot. He lays it in. Claxton's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Net. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And the Nets with possession. Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Beverly against Dinwiddie. Irving for three. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And George, here we go. Misses the layup. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. The lead is 2. Irving kicks to Green. And the rejection by Zubac. And he commits the intentional foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. George up top. He's covered by Brown. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. The Nets shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Brown dishes to Harden. Jordan the pass to Harden. Back to Jordan. On the wing, Brown. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's Beverly, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Jordan kicks to KD. And he banks in the layup.
And right there, KD inside, pretty stealth for a near 7-footer.
Clippers trail by 3. Morris looking over the floor. To the middle, it's stolen by Harris. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Over Beverly. And it's Brown missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting an offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
All free throws good from Beverly. The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here is Harden. To the inside, Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles, while George comes in for Luke Kennard. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Harden the pass to Jordan. Outside Durant. Kicks to Harden. Back to KD. It's good. KD's got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn.
The confidence of Kevin Durant on display, especially when the game tightens up.
Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kevin Durant. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. A different look for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's DeMarcus Cousins in for Marcus Morris.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
Harden against Beverly. Brown outside. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Inside, Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
A season that with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remains calm under pressure.
Leonard with the ball. Down low. And that one is good from Zubac. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Harden against Beverly. From deep. Rebound by the Clippers. And George kicks to Leonard. And there's the pass to Zubac. Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Over Harris. James Harden with the rebound. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Harris finds Harden. To the middle. Here's Jordan. It's in!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Harris against Leonard. Money!
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that... Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. To the inside, Nurkic, good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And finished off by Nurkic.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Here's George. Zubac kicks to Beverly. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. George passes to Beverly. 3 on the clock. Zubac trying to break loose. And that one goes long. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Lillard against Zubac. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
George against McCollum. Yep, that one goes.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And it's Paul George with the finish.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard attacking. Good on the shot. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Leonard looking over the floor. Shoots over Powell. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Leonard's got his second bucket.
But Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
Lillard attacks him, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And George kicks to Zubac. Right block shot. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Goes up to the stripe. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
McCollum against George, and it's good for 2. Trailblazers leading by 4. Now Powell. No points in the game yet for him. Here's McCollum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Jackson kicks to Morris. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for... Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked how he...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the 3 spot. Anthony finds Jones. Tipped away. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Pass to Mann. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside Anthony. Passes to Cantor. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Cantor's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Ibaka, the pass to Morris. Here's Kennard. Morris dishes to Ibaka. And the Clippers miss again.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. Carries it from 3-point range. And it's a 9-point Portland lead.
So much attention drawn by Melo, able to create the opportunity for his teammate.
Pass to Ibaka. Here's Mann, covered by Anthony. Kennard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Hollis Jefferson, good. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Kennard against Jones. Shot's good by Kennard.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Anthony taking his time here. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Cantor trying to free himself up. Hollis Jefferson, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
Pass to man. Here's Kennard, defended by Jones. Jacks up a three. Kennard's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Anthony. 54 seconds left to play here in the half. Hollis Jefferson. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got assist number 5 here tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Mann. And he makes good on the layup. Mann's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Lobs it up for Cantor. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Kennard's shot is off.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Jones finds Anthony. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well, this is Enes Kanter's comfort zone. At the rack in a hurry.
Here's Jackson. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nailed. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to leading the way at the start. It was Damian Lillard. He had 8 points. Dame Lillard. And that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Here's Beverly. Leonard trying to break free. Nurkic with the block. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball and the dunk by Powell.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Beverly against Lillard. A floater, and it's Beverly missing.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Clippers trail by 13. Outside for Batum, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Lillard with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. 90 seconds now into the second half. Pass to Powell. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Stolen by George.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
And it's Beverly missing.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building. Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Stolen by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Lillard against Beverly. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's foul number 2 for him. Beverly against Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Leonard against Powell. Here's Zubac. That shot off. Great D that time from Nurkic. Oh, Covington in position. Lillard surveying the D. Back to Powell. The feed to Lillard. Batum with the steal. And George, here we go. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Outside for George. Over in the corner, Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
You see, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Simons, the pass to Cantor, and it's in there. Cantor's got 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And George, here we go. And Jones sends it back. Simons, the pass to Anthony. Fires for 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Second shot opportunity. And again, it's Portland converting.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Here's Jackson. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Stolen by Jackson. It'll count. The shot, no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Trail. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Marcus Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Mann in at the 3 spot. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Jackson passes to Morris. It's stolen by Anthony. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here's Simons. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 17. From deep. And the 3 ball is good.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Kennard. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Anthony down low. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Inside, Cantor. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers trail by 13. From 10 feet out, Morris with the bucket.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Jackson kicks to Kennard. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Simons.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Ibaka, wide open, he fires. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well, a little bit of assertiveness from the native of Congo. Serge Ibaka has the green light.
It's Jones on the wing. Up top, Cantor. Pass to Simons. Stolen by Jackson.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Trailblazers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Damian Lillard.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
A 3 from Morris. Kennard finds Morris. And a miss there on the triple. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Shot's good by Kennard.
Boy, we know he's got a lot of tools in the toolbox, but the finger roll might be the sweetest of them all.
Here's Simons. 3-pointer. No good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.